realclimatescience.com. Many people believe that computers are smart, and as a result, they will blindly believe statements made by artificial intelligence programs and predictions from computer models. 3 years ago, computer models were used to scare people into accepting lockdowns. Sweden never locked down, and as a result, the models predicted horrible mortality rates and other issues for Sweden. Models predicted that ICUs in Sweden would be overrun and nearly 100,000 people would die from COVID-19 by July 2020. The predictions were wrong by a factor of almost 20. Bad computer models are a reflection of the person who wrote them and have nothing to do with the quality of the computer. The functioning of computers is actually very simple. The only thing they know how to do is compare ones and zeros. Let's design a computer circuit which adds two binary numbers. Binary numbers are either 0 or 1. We can add two binary numbers with these three simple rules. If neither of the numbers is a 1, the sum is 0. If both numbers are 1, the sum is 2. And if the sum is neither 0 nor 2, then the sum is 1. And this is what the circuit logic diagram looks like. The circuit was designed using three gates, one AND gate and two NOR gates. A and B represent the inputs to our circuit, and the numbers on the right represent the sum. A black square represents 0, and a red square represents 1. If neither A nor B are 1, then the sum is 0. If both A and B are 1s, then the sum is 2. And if the sum is neither 0 nor 2, then the sum has to be a 1. We see the same result if A is 1 and B is 0, or the other way around. These sort of simple comparisons is all that computers do. We can add larger numbers by combining simple circuits like these together. I spent a couple of decades designing microprocessors, which is the brain of the computer. IBM, Apple, and Motorola gave me this award. The PowerPC 604 RISC microprocessor, made functional by Tony Debug God Heller. Odds are that I helped design the central processing unit of your computer, and there's a good chance that I helped design the one that was in your game console 10 or 20 years ago. I quit designing microprocessors in the year 2011 after a trip to Lisbon, Portugal. The European Union invited me to a climate conference they were holding to reconcile skeptics and alarmists. I had a great time in Lisbon. I spent most of the week cycling around the city. But the day after I came back to the United States, the microprocessor company I was working for walked me out the door. Up to that time, I had been keeping my blogging secret. I knew that the company I was working for wouldn't like it if they found out I was a climate skeptic. I was blogging under a pen name, Stephen Goddard, at that time. The trip to Lisbon was my first public exposure. But my 5-year-long career with that company ended a few hours after I came back from Lisbon. Voltaire said, "It's dangerous for a man to be correct in matters which established authorities are wrong." This morning I asked ChatGPT, "What is Tony Heller's real name?" And ChatGPT responded, "Tony Heller's real name is Stephen Goddard." Once again, ChatGPT got their answer backwards. Stephen Goddard is a pen name which I stopped using about 10 years ago. Computers are neither smart nor stupid. All they do is compare zeros and ones. The problem with ChatGPT is the propaganda it's been fed. Just like human learning, machine learning is only as good as the information it's exposed to. Tens of millions of children are scared about climate because they were exposed to Al Gore's 2006 science fiction movie, An Inconvenient Truth. Toto's been playing back the curtain on the climate scam for the past 15 years, and now climate scamsters are getting artificial intelligence involved. Toto's happy about this because it gives him some new topics to talk about. You can visit Toto, Kyrie, Caesar, Toki, Upla, and the 4 new puppies on the web at realclimatescience.com.